Hi, hi everyone. I'm Dean Wampler from IBM Research and the AI Alliance. I co-lead the Trust and Safety Focus Area with Joe Spizak from Meta, where we're thinking about all the issues surrounding AI safety, whether that's security, preventing hate speech, hallucinations, all those sorts of things. Today, I'm going to talk to you about the projects we have going on and hopefully get you interested in participating in them, or at least leveraging this technology. So there's several that I'll talk about. The first one is a request for proposals where we've used this to actually solicit from the broad community ideas that they think we should work on and that they'd like to participate in. And in fact, one of the projects I'm going to mention came from this request for proposals. We also have an AI safety or a state of AI safety report that's coming out around the end of the year. You won't find this on our website, and I'll talk about the website in a second, but it will be published once this report is finished. It's nearly done. The other three projects I'll talk about are things that we do need ongoing help from people to keep making better and build out some of our vision for how these things can work. The first one is actually the first project we released, which is the Trust and Safety User Guide. It's designed as a living guide, something that will keep evolving as new ideas emerge, as people around the industry who are experts in this technology, refine their thinking, their technology, and so forth. This project you can access from the AI Alliance website, and that's thealliance.ai. Go to the focus areas and then trust and safety, and you'll see a link to this guide. It is designed as kind of an introduction to trust and safety. It has several sections on what various experts are saying about how to categorize risk, how to identify it, how to mitigate it, and stuff like that. It's always a place where we can add more content and build it out too. So if you're interested in helping us build this out, then please check that out. The second project is really the main initiative of this focus area right now, and it's called Trust and Safety Evaluation Initiative. We're using the word initiative as kind of a roll-up for smaller projects, work streams that different groups might be doing. This initiative is really trying to take a very broad view at the topic of evaluation across the spectrum of AI. There's the usual things like, risk items, harms, hallucination, but then there's other areas where you might want to evaluate models and applications, such as, does it actually do well as a chatbot? Does it perform well versus other models and applications and so forth? All of these things can be evaluated in some sense with evaluators, the actual software to do it. So what we're trying to do here is several projects that roll up under the initiative. One of them is to define a taxonomy that tries to be as broad and comprehensive as possible for all these kinds of evaluations you might want to do. And we're trying to leverage the work that a lot of people have already done in specific areas of it. For example, ML Commons just yesterday released version 1 of their AI Luminate initiative, which is really focused on like risks and benchmarking those. So that would be part of this taxonomy, is their taxonomy for risks in that categories. The second part would be, well, if we've defined this taxonomy, it would be great to have really good quality evaluators for each of the items or nodes, if you will, in this graph of the taxonomy. Certainly, we've got really good coverage in some areas and poor coverage in others. So what can we do to build out the actual implementation so that if you care about a particular part of the taxonomy, that you will have tools at your disposal to actually verify that the models you're picking and the apps that you're building really do work well for your needs and requirements. So working on these evaluators will be an important thrust of this work group. The other thing that is related to that is what is the stack underneath that runs these evaluators? There's already some emerging standards like LM Evaluation Harness from Eleuther AI, Unitext from IBM, Arise Phoenix from Arise for like the metrics monitoring, that kind of stuff. These are tools that we want to roll into just a standard reference stack that we'll use for our purposes, but that you could use if you're looking for the right tools, good tools for running in your situation. And a final part of that will be to actually stand up one or more leaderboards in Hugging Face and maybe other places where you could say, all right, I'm building a chatbot for this particular healthcare application. tell me what evaluations I should be most worried about, and give me the list of evaluators that are most effective in that context, and then have the ability to see how models do in this leaderboard against those evaluations, but then also download configurations for standing up the reference stack that could be used by you to test your own apps. All of this stuff is, there's a lot of work here to do. We're just getting started. You can check out the website through the AI Alliance website for this project, which is called Trust and Safety Evaluation Initiative. We'd love to have your participation in any way that you care to participate. What you'll see when you go to that page for the Trust and Safety Work Group is links to external websites for each of these projects that I've mentioned. And the last one that I'll talk about started before this initiative, but actually rolls up into it very nicely. And that is, in fact, it came in through our RFP. It's an initiative to look at various domains and think about what are the most common use cases where people really would like to use AI, and what can we do to identify the most important risk items or general evaluation items they'll need to think about, and again, make it easy for them to be successful. Especially, think about it. You're a typical developer or data scientist, and you're told, look, I want AI to be able to do this use case for competitive advantage. Well, one of your problems will be, how do I know it really works? How do I know it's safe and all that? So how can we make that as seamless as possible? So this project is basically ranking risk by domains. There's a separate website for it, and we're less interested in finding AI experts to help us, and more interested in finding domain experts who really understand finance, healthcare, legal, education, and even things that would like to do downstream, like maybe robotics and that sort of thing. So if you are a domain expert who's really trying to apply AI, then definitely check out that project and see if maybe you could help us clarify what these use cases are you care about, and help us, work with us to identify the main areas of evaluation and risk that are most important for you. So those are the projects that we have under the Trust and Safety Work Group. We'd really love and need as much help as you would like to provide. And even if you're, just want to consume the content, that's fine too. So to find out more about that stuff, go to thealliance.ai, click on the link for the focus areas, and then look at trust and safety, and you'll see these projects listed. Thanks so much for your time, and be safe out there with AI. Okay.
Great. Good. Even better.
Yeah, you practice, right? And then
well, that's the thing, we'll just do these occasionally, and you kind of get the hang of it to get better. But I thought the first one was fine, and this is even better. So yeah, we're in good shape. So thanks for doing that.
My pleasure. Yeah.
Yeah, and like I said, like we'll put this up on YouTube, and then we'll link to it from emails, from the website, from maybe you'll link to it from your project site, and share it with people who we think would be a good fit. So yeah, thank you very much, and I hope to get one of these from each of the focus areas, but again, it kind of depends on what they want to do. I'm not going to force you guys to say a certain thing. It's really up to you to focus on the area where you think it might be most valuable to the people. And I think this was just right. So thank you.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah, that's about it for now.
Yeah, I wonder if you'll get 2 recordings or just one with the 2 segments. You'll let me know what happens there. Curious.
Yeah, well, I'm going to just chop it up. In fact, let me just go ahead and stop the recording.